Good morning, students. Today we are moving ahead with the second part of our story, The King's Choice. And I was really happy to see all your work yesterday. Many of you have sent me your readings, while you're reading, you've recorded it and sent it to me. I really appreciate it. But not all of you sent it to me. So I'm waiting for all the kids to send their audios to me. Okay? Great. Bacha, today we have different objective than yesterday. So let's move ahead with our objective first. We will be able to describe characters and give textual evidence to support. Okay, describe characters. We did it yesterday also. We had to describe characters. Okay, but there is an addition today which says we have to give textual evidence to support. Now, let's understand the objective. Okay, character, you know what character is, okay? Anyone who is in the story is a character. Textual evidence is proof from the text. So, bacha, for example, you read the text and you say the lion was very brave. Now, the question is, why are you saying so? So, you will say, I know this because in the text I read, जो भी टेक्स्ट में लाइन लिखी हुई है लायन के लिए ओके टेक्सुअल एविडेंस एविडेंस मतलब होता है प्रूफ जो टेक्स्ट में प्रूफ लिखा है आप वो प्रूफ देते हैं दिखाने को कि मैंने ऐसा इसलिए बोला क्योंकि ये ओके सबूत टेक्सुअल एविडेंस मतलब जो टेक्स्ट में सबूत होता है ओके सो फर्स्ट वी विल डिस्क्राइब द कैरेक्टर्स एंड देन वी विल गिव द प्रूफ टू सपोर्ट इट हम ऐसे ही मजे में नहीं कह देंगे द लाइन वाज ब्रेव एंड क्रूअल हम लोग प्रूफ देंगे टेक्स्ट में ऐसा लिखा है इसलिए मैं ऐसा बोल रही हूं ओके now how to answer how will we answer first we will read the text we will annotate so bacha these two steps remain common in all our objectives okay reading the text and annotating if you're still confused about annotate you can go back to yesterday's video where I've put a chart of annotation and you can see third step is find the qualities of the characters okay like we did yesterday we will annotate and then we will see कि क्या क्या कैरेक्टर की कौन कौन सी क्वालिटीज है वो कैरेक्टर कैसा है एंड आवर लास्ट स्टेप वुड बी फाइंड द पार्ट फ्रॉम द टेक्स्ट व्हिच टेल्स अस सो मतलब प्रूफ वी हैव टू फाइंड प्रूफ इफ वी से फॉर एग्जांपल रीमा was a rude girl then we will find proof why are we saying Rima is a rude girl we are saying Rima is a rude girl because we read in the text this okay so this is how we will think while we are reading today are we all ready shall we move ahead great okay I will read it please listen to it very carefully okay one day the vulture came back from a flight your majesty have you ever eaten a camel he asked it is very tasty I ate it once in the desert the lion had never seen a camel but he liked the idea of trying camel's meat but where can we get a camel he asked there is a desert some miles away said the vulture I was flying over it when I saw a lone camel not far away it looked big and fat the lion looked at his other advisors. They were wise and experienced. Okay, so now what happened? The vulture came and vulture suggested the king, the lion, कि you should try camel's meat. It is a very tasty meat. But lion had never tasted camel. उसने सारे जानवर खाए थे पर camel नहीं खाया था. तो lion बोलता है, I like the idea, but where will we get it? So the vulture said, one day I was flying and in this desert, which is some miles away, I saw a camel. It was lone. Lone means, bacha, alone. Okay. It was alone. It was a very fat and big. It will be very tasty. I think we should try it. Okay. Now, the king looked at his advisors. जो बाकी advice करने के लिए उन्होंने रखे थे ना leopard, fox. He looked at them because he wanted their opinion. Now the fox and the leopard did not know the desert, but they did not want the vulture to seem wiser than them. So they said, since it was vulture's idea, he should lead the way. So now when king looked at the other advisors to get an opinion कि तुम लोग क्या सोचते हो हमें desert में जाना चाहिए camel खाने? So basically what happened, other advisors didn't know where was this place, where was the desert. बट अगर वो ऐसा बोल देते तो फिर उनको लगता कि वल्चर स्मार्ट है, हम बेवकूफ है. तो दे सेड हाँ हाँ वी कैन गो देयर, बट वल्चर हमें रास्ता दिखा देगा क्योंकि ये उसका आइडिया है. So basically they also didn't know the way, but they didn't say we don't know the way. They said vulture रास्ता दिखाएगा because it is vulture's idea. Okay, so this is what happened till now. Now quickly pause the video, read it and annotate. Great. Let's move ahead with question answers. First set of question answers I have done for you people. Okay. What idea did Vulture give to the king? Vulture gave the idea that the king should try camel meat as it is very tasty. Very simple. What does the text tell you about fox and leopard? Give textual evidence. अभी they are asking कि जो आपने text पढ़ा उससे आपको fox और leopard के बारे में क्या पता चल रहा है? And it is also asking for textual evidence, means proof. Okay, so how will we answer these questions? The fox and the leopard didn't think using their own mind. They were afraid of saying the truth and tried to act smart. तो बेसिकली उन्होंने ऐसा अपना दिमाग नहीं लगाया कि डेजर्ट दूर होगा तो हम थक जाएंगे, डेजर्ट यहाँ पे होगा. उन्होंने अपना दिमाग नहीं लगाया. They were afraid to tell the truth, that they were afraid to tell कि किंग हमने तो डेजर्ट देखा ही नहीं है. So they tried to act smart and they said vulture will lead the way. Okay. Now they're asking for proof. How do you know this? I know this because there is a line in the text which says, but they did not want the vulture to seem wiser than them. Okay, so basically जो आपको यहाँ पे line दिख रहा है, third last line, वो मैंने वहाँ पे put किया है because it is a proof. ये proof हमको दिखा रहा है that they were afraid to say the truth. So I have put it under double quotes. This is how you will also write. Okay. And I have written, I know because there is a line in the text which says, but they did not want the vulture to seem wiser than them. Okay? Great. Why was the vulture told to lead the way? The vulture was asked to lead the way because it was his idea and he knew where the camel was. Simple. Last question. What advice did the fox and the leopard give? Was it based on good and sound thinking? Now they are asking कि उन्होंने क्या advice दिया? When king looked at fox and leopard, what advice did they give? Was it based on a sound and good thinking? मतलब क्या उन्होंने ऐसा बहुत सोचने के बाद वो advice दिया? They said that leopard should lead the way. It wasn't based on a good thinking because they didn't think about what could go wrong or right because they didn't want the vulture to look smarter than them. So basically, उन्होंने क्या advice दिया that yes king we should go and vulture will lead the way. It wasn't based on good thinking. उन्होंने ज़्यादा सोच के नहीं बोला. उन्होंने ये नहीं सोचा कि क्या पता डेजर्ट कितना दूर है, किंग चल भी पाएगा कि नहीं चल पाएगा. It wasn't based on a good thinking. Why didn't they think and consider everything? Because they thought कि फिर राजा हमको बेवकूफ समझेंगे. Okay? They didn't want the vulture to look smarter than them. Great. Let's just pause the video, write these answers. Okay, moving ahead to the second part, I will read this part for you. Early next morning, the lion and his court started off on the camel hunt. They reached the edge of the desert easily, but after they left the shelter of the forest, the day became very hot. The sun shone down with fire-hot rays. High up in the cooler air, the vulture flew. Hurry along, he called. The camel is not far off. So basically what happened? They started moving. वो लोग निकलने लगे and as soon as they entered desert, it was very hot. Desert are very hot. रेगिस्तान में बहुत गर्मी होती है ना. But vulture तो रेगिस्तान में चल ही नहीं रहा था sand में. Vulture was flying in the air. तो vulture was like वो तो अपना आराम से उड़ रहा था. इसमें लिखा है ना हाई अप इन दी कूलर है, ठंडी सी ऊपर ऊपर को ठंडी हवा होती है. एंड वल्चर वाज नॉट टायर्ड क्योंकि उनको तो धूप नहीं लगी थी, सैंड में ज्यादा धूप लगती है. एंड ही वाज ऊपर से बोलते हरी अलोंग, द कैमल इज नॉट फार ऑफ. बट द लायन कुड नॉट हरी एनी मोर. द हॉट सैंड हैड बर्न्ड हिज पॉज. ही कुड गो नो फर्दर. स्टॉप, स्टॉप, he shouted to the others. Let us go back to the forest. I do not care to try camel meat. The Lion King's advisors were frightened. Frightened मतलब डर गए. लायन इतना गुस्से में था और लायन के पूरे पैर जल गए थे सैंड में. The forest was far behind them and they did not know how to get the lion back home. The leopard wanted to run away. The vulture wanted to watch and wait and eat the lion later on. Now what happened? As soon as lion said कि चलो वापस मेरे को नहीं खाना camel meat, everybody got scared because उनको रास्ता नहीं पता था. Okay, और अब राजा को वापस कैसे ले जाए? Leopard was so scared that he wanted to run away. He was like, I'm very scared, I want to run away. But the vulture, he had a plan in his mind. His plan was कि आगे चल के lion इतना tired हो जाएगा, that the lion will die, and the vulture wanted to watch and wait and eat the lion later on. इतनी गर्मी में ना पानी मिलेगा ना खाना मिलेगा. What was vulture's plan? That the lion would die and he would eat the lion. Okay? Okay, but so now I will quickly read the questions for you all. What happened when the king started feeling hot? How are the advices? Why do you think so? अभी आपको लिखना है advices कैसे लोगे और आपको ऐसा क्यों लगता है? What was vulture thinking when the king got tired? What does it tell you about the vulture? When the king was very tired, तो vulture के दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था? And what does it tell you about the vulture? Do you think the vulture was enjoying the search? Which lines tell you that? क्या vulture को मजा आ रहा था इसे घूमने में? आपको टेक्स्ट में से टेक्स्ट देखना है और कौन सी लाइन आपको ऐसा बताती है कि vulture को मजा आ रहा था. Okay? तो जब pause the video, write the answers. Great. Now this part I will read for you, but I will not explain it. Okay? I will read, then you will read and send me the audio and annotate it and understand it yourself. Okay? But the clever fox thought of a plan. Off into the desert he ran, saying, I will bring some help. After running for some time, the fox found the camel. The camel was indeed surprised to see him. Hurry up, friend camel, said the fox. Our king wants you at once. Your king? Said the camel. Who is that? I do not know any king. I only know my master for whom I carry goods across the desert. तो बच्चा जैसे आपने देखा होगा हमारे वहाँ पे घोड़ों के पीठ में सामान रख के ले जाते हैं, वैसे ही डेजर्ट में कैमल की पीठ में सामान रख के गुड्स और चीजें कैरी करते हैं इधर उधर. तो कैमल उसको अपना मास्टर बोल रहा है जिस इंसान के लिए वो सामान इधर से उधर रखता था. ओके. I know only my master for whom I carry goods across the desert. Our king, the lion, has killed your master, said the fox. Now you are free, and the lion has invited you to live at his court. Come along. The camel followed the fox. Okay. Pause the video, read it aloud, annotate, and understand it yourself. Okay. Send me the recording of your reading. Okay, bacha? Great. Let's quickly, I will read the questions for you. Was the fox clever? How do you know? What story did the fox tell the camel? Did the camel believe it? Describe camel. Give textual evidence for your answer. You have to describe कि camel कैसा था और आपको proof देना है. आपको कौन सी line से ऐसा पता चलता है कि camel ऐसा था. Why does the fox address the camel as friend camel? What does it tell you about the fox? As we read here, the fox दिन से अभी आप किसी को नए इंसान को मिलते हो तो आप उनको फ्रेंड तो नहीं बोलते ना, बट द फॉक्स वो कैमल को फ्रेंड कैमल बोला. तो आपको क्या लगता है उसने कैमल को फ्रेंड कैमल क्यों बोला था? What does it tell you about the fox? Okay, pause the video, write the answers. Okay, bacha, last 3 answers for today are: do you think the king's decision to go back was right? When the king said, I don't want to eat camel meat, let's go back. Do you think it was a correct decision? Can you guess the plan that the fox had thought of? When fox went and got help, can you think कि fox के दिमाग में क्या plan होगा? Why had the lion never seen a camel? अभी lion ने इतने animals खाए थे अपने forest में, आपको क्या लगता है lion ने कभी camel क्यों नहीं देखा था? Okay, you have to think, बच्चा. For these questions, no answer is correct or wrong. Okay, ये आपको बस जो जो आप guess कर सकते हैं, that is the correct answer. Okay? Take your time, do it. I will wait for all the answers on WhatsApp. Okay, बच्चा, make sure you do your work neatly. Okay, send me your work by 5:30 p.m. Happy learning, everybody. See you in the next class.